What are you going to do when you get on the stage with Donald Trump? Well, the answer is don't get on the stage with Donald Trump. Well, now the official mouthpiece of the Democratic Party, the Washington Post, has come out and said that Hillary might not get better from her pneumonia until late October, a month and a half from now, and may have to miss the first debate or debates with Donald Trump. Isn't that convenient? We've said over and over again, there's no way this woman, who in over a year and a half never gives more than a 15, 20-minute speech, who is never on stage more than 30 minutes, there's no way that she can stand on stage for an hour and a half with Donald Trump. Even during Democrat debates, they have to wait an extra 10 minutes or so for her to come back on stage.
And we believe Secretary Clinton will be coming around the corner any minute. But in the meantime, we want to start with this eye-opening number. And Senator Sanders, this question goes to you for...
We had a reporters a week and a half ago in Ohio where she had to go in a medical tent for 45 minutes with them running in there with stretchers until she could go out on stage and have a 5-minute hacking fit and have to cancel her speech. Then she couldn't give a press conference that afternoon. There are hundreds and hundreds of examples of this. But don't worry, her husband, Bill Clinton, last night on Charlie Rose, came out and said that Hillary is working like a demon.
Over the last many, many years, the same sort of things happened to her when she just got severely dehydrated. And she's worked like a demon, as you know, as Secretary of State and as a senator, and in the years since.
But more importantly, she's on a grueling campaign.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Bill Clinton's finally telling the truth and agreeing with Julian Assange that Hillary is a demon. I wonder if Hillary will now come out and basically admit that she does want to put the free press's neck in a noose, just like the globalists have already put our economy in a noose. But bottom line, yesterday we talked about tweets put out by the Democrats saying they were meeting at the DNC in D.C. talking about getting a replacement for Hillary. The media said we were conspiracy theorists. But today, there were hundreds of publications admitting that indeed they're looking at a possible replacement for Hillary Clinton. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm simply saying, how do you run this unpopular zombie against Donald Trump when he's rising in the polls and she's falling in the polls, especially after she called half of Trump's supporters deplorable and her own minions said they're all deplorable.
You can put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
Do you think it's tough to defend the remark deplorables to stereotype a group of people or not?
Absolutely not. I think that her only mistake is that she said half of his supporters were deplorable. Does anybody around this table, have they not seen Trump's rallies? Have they not seen Trump's own remarks? What she said was not wrong. Her only mistake was that she described half of his supporters that way.
Well, that the government should allow Hillary Clinton to become president of the United States.
She has disqualified herself as the president of the United States. So look for false flags, look for staged events, look for made-up crises, look for them to play the race card harder than ever in an attempt to divide and conquer this nation. But the truth is, the American people are waking up to the globalist and the fact that America has its problems and we're going to fix it as Americans, regardless of what color we are. But we don't need George Soros and offshore banks to come in here and stir things up so they can rob and loot this nation. We're aware of what's happening, and the sleeping giant that is America has risen. The people that are the resistance are awake, and they're ready to take action. Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're gonna crash and gonna feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.